See, make sure that the microphone is doing all right. Whoa, that's definitely all right. Sorry. Anyway, and welcome to a Minecraft stream. It's actually an old seed number. This is the new bedrock. And I've noticed that in the creation settings, you have world types. So it's like, where is it? Yeah, see, world type old. But once you make the world as infinite, it locks it in there. So just remember that. This is the seed number that I'm playing on, and it locks that in as well. But it converted it because the original seed number, and I don't have a way to put that on screen right now. But if you want to take the time to pause the video, I'll read this off in the 4 number groups, starting in about 3, 2, 1. I'm going to start now. Minus 4, 5, 3, 9, 7, 0, 7, 6, 4, 6, 2, 8, 9, 6, 9, 9, 5, 0, 3. So you can rewind the video and play that back as many times as you need to get the number. Try it out. I don't know why it converted it. I think I recall in the older PS4 versions that's something that happened. I have to apologize. I just finished making myself awesome food, and as per all of my streams, I'm going to talk about what I made for my eats before playing. Started off with some basic pasta. Any pasta will do. Preferably macaroni is good. I can't remember what the name of the pasta was that I grabbed. I just grabbed a box that we have in our cupboard, and I went for it. I apologize, but I'm going to go on a cow slaughter here. Anyway, so I made a serving for 2. I always do, and unless of course I'm cooking for the whole family, then it's a full batch of. But anyway, so serving for 2 basically is going to be about 1.5 cups of cold water. Don't use hard water if that's what's coming out of your tap. Use bottled water, and essentially the bottled water. A full bottle of water, I think, is a bit more, so like 2/3 of the bottle. But anyway, so you bring that up to a full boil. No salt, nothing else added to it. You may want to add just a teaspoon of olive oil to it. What this does is it helps the pasta not stick to the bottom of the pan when you're cooking it, the saucepan. And then you add in a equal amount by volume of pasta. That would mean that the pasta just is barely covered by the boiling water, and you bring this down to a simmer, and you cover and you simmer for about 10 minutes or something like that, low heat. You just want to get the pasta just tender. Some people like their pasta super soft, and so they go for that nice milky white kind of ultra flexible pasta. Others prefer their pastas to be more like an al dente, which means all together at once, or all at once, which is a high boil. They splash in either fresh rolled pasta or hard pasta, and then boil it up super fast. It does produce a difference in texture. I want to prepare you for that. If you haven't really thought about pasta in terms of how to cook it and what to get versus your activities, cooking fast and high will produce a slightly crispier texture to your pasta. Not like crunchy, but like a harder texture to it. A bit more resistance, more chew involved in the pasta, whereas a low and slow will basically, from a full boil, by the way, you bring the water up to the full boil always, put the pasta in always at a full boil for about maybe a minute at the most, and then bring it down. And this is basically for food safety reasons, but it's about waking up the pasta as you would. That's what my cooking mentor taught me. You want to wake up your ingredients, so you do this kind of thing. So that was my dad, by the way. So while that's going for about 10 minutes or something like that, here's a super easy, because my recipes are all about one step above Hot Pocket quality here. About as fast as a Hot Pocket, or thereabouts, but about as simple as a Hot Pocket Plus. So anyway, what I did for this double serving is I grabbed 2 packets of the Star-Kissed chicken of the sea. The actual, they come in this little foil single serving packets. They have just enough spice and just enough chicken meat in there to and other vegetables to actually trying to bring it all together. And then I put in about a half a jar of Alfredo sauce that was already pre-made. I use Prego, uh, and then just put that all in a separate pan, not in with the pasta. By the way, I should have been clear with this. In a separate pan, you pour all these other two ingredients in together, and just kind of warm it up until it's it's warm, to the taste, because most of those jar sauces, they are just heat and go. And so you want to mix it all together, and then your pasta should be done. You should have very little water to drain, but do drain. Rinsing is optional. I never rinse. I just let the starch stay in there, and it's perfectly fine. It doesn't hurt you or anything. It doesn't really change the texture of the way I like pasta anyway. So I always leave it in. I just drain off any excess water that might be there, and then that's it. Put it in a bowl, a mixing bowl. Make sure you have twice the volume of the bowl as you have the pasta. This is important, because then you're going to go ahead and pour in your sauce and chicken blend, and then you're going to mix that all together gently, because your pasta will be soft if you're doing my style of cooking it. And then when you plate, just go ahead and drop it in a bowl. And I like to garnish mine with a bit of shredded cheddar cheese. I don't go for the Parmesans, which is traditional pasta garnish for cheeses, or mozzarella or any of those. I go for shredded cheddar, and I like shredded cheddar. First of all, cheddar I think tastes a lot better with chicken. I know a lot of people recommend white cheeses like Havarti or Jack or Swiss even, and those are nice and all that stuff. But I think cheddar is just the right balance of butteriness and almost kind of a smoked kind of flavor to it, especially if you get the smoked cheddar. That's even better. I've yet to find smoked Swiss. I should get some stones. I need to get some stones. Oh, this is what they mean by old world, meaning as in it's not infinite. I have reached the edge of the map. I think I'm on a single map, actually. Small world, single map. That might be kind of fun. This would definitely be something I could use for like challenge modes, like Iron mode, like Iron Quest, where you don't make a bed until you can make a full set of iron weapons. I mean, a full set of iron tools. Yeah, that's it. That's the edge of that is the end of the world right there. And you can't fall off, apparently. You see. Nope, you can't fall off. Wow. Imagine this be your reality. So let's see. Time for shelter while I'm talking. Okay, so yeah. So throw it in a bowl. I recommend a bowl. I know a lot of people think, "Oh, it's pasta. You put it on a plate." No, you don't need to. It's not necessary. Pasta can go in a bowl perfectly easily. Let's see. I have a majority of. Oh, pretty equal, actually. Give me a second. Quick and dirty night shelter. Pretty much only good against anything but spiders and phantoms. But it gives me the opportunity to do things like, I don't know, mine my way down to some stonework. Or possibly a fiery pit of death, because it's not really safe to do it this way. Oh, that's alright. That's good enough. So anyway, you garnish with a bit of shredded cheddar cheese, and I like to put in chili powder, crushed chili, red chili powder on top, just a sprinkle. And I kick up the flavor, and then enjoy. And honestly, this stuff is good, and it's fulfilling, at least for me. Um, but yeah, there goes the recipe. Sorry that was a bit of an interrupt there. So I'm gonna go ahead and mute for right now because I got a little bit of background chatter going on. And like I said, it's unscripted, unprofessional. I'm working with just the basic tools: a table mic, a controller, and a monitor, and a console. So yeah, I'm gonna mute for a little bit, and you guys can just sit back and watch my strategies for first night. And hope you learn something new, or maybe you can comment and teach me something. I just want to comment that my luck is always that I'll end up digging into decorative rock, and yeah. Alright, so this is night 2. Technically, no phantoms. Um, I would go off and get some wood. Trees aren't too far away. I mean, it's really easy. I could do it, but kind of don't want to blow myself up. I'm trying to do this run without dying. Alright, so like, how crazy is that? I could tell it's daytime, but it's raining out because I'm at the edge of the world. So I guess when you play Old World, you get a one map world, which would be a small world, and I don't think you're allowed to expand it. So yeah, that's kind of a waste in my opinion. But anyway, so we're gonna head topside, gonna grab some logs, make a smoker. Oh, I thought it was daylight. Oh, it is daylight, never mind. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and toss this in there because we don't need to worry about this right now. And I'm going to answer this message. What the hell? Okay. So, raw tree. Yeah. I used to have this running theory that whatever you got in your starter chest was stuff that you wouldn't normally find readily available in your overworld. So that's kind of like what I thought about the acacia tree, which probably means that I'm most likely not going to find a desert biome or a savanna biome with acacia. So that's why they gave me acacia tree saplings, I guess. It doesn't really matter. So let's see. That's that. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab this and I'll make a smoker, which is just the logs and the oven. So we're going to make the oven. We make one oven. Yep, there's our smoker. Yay. Alright, so we're going to put that there now. And then I can grab the rest of this food. And the cool thing about going ahead and making the smoker, which, I mean, apparently old world doesn't mean that it's going to be like the old Minecraft classic pre-Bedrock. It's still Bedrock, but it's the old world format, I imagine, is what they're saying. So anyway, like I said, making the smoker and making the blast furnace is important because it will save you on the time needed for crafting those things, but more importantly, save you on the fuel needed for crafting those things. And I'm going to have to go wandering because I don't think I'm going to be finding much of anything down there diamond-wise, but we'll see. We will see when we put this guy in here. I guess I could make some more ladders and go down to level 12 and 13. Let's do that. Let's go down to level 13. I think I'm at level 13 now. No, I'm at level 15, I believe. Let's do 6 more ladders. That should be enough. That's plenty of food. It's all the food cooked now. And EXP gain for that. And the only piece of armor I need to put on, because I already have an iron tool, is my pants, and then I can use my bed. And tonight is going to be night 3, so I need to get motivated. Whoops, almost forgot I needed the pick. I need to get motivated here. Get myself moving. One more pick. I don't know. Let's make more. Let's make 3 more. Let's do that. Let's make 3 more. Let's have 4 stone picks, because I'm going to be digging around quite a bit. I can use the same torches I have over and over, but I do want to. Whoops, did that wrong. There we go. I want to keep the decorative rock with me and the dirt, because I'll use that to fill in shit. I guess I could have been growing pumpkins, and I guess this is cocoa beans. Oh, it's acacia. I can't grow cocoa beans on acacia. Bonus. Yeah. Alright, so here we go. Deep dive again. Geronimo. I should have made a bucket, used the water. Faster travels. Alright, so we just need to go 3 more levels down. So let's do that. Let's just do that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's just 3 levels. That puts me on level 13. And actually puts me on level 12, which is pretty darn good too. We have enough light. Alright, if I turn that way, I go straight into the wall into the outer realms like I did. But we're gonna go for, we're gonna do every 5 blocks I drop a torch. And just mine straight up for about 50 blocks. Until I run into resources. Then I come back. Well, I just run up 50 blocks, regardless. I can make 50 blocks. Sorry, I was talking with someone here. When you notice that, look, watch this. Okay, when I look over here, when I stand here, look that way, versus looking at this wall here, or coming up here, and look, see how that vignette, which is that border around your view plane, it gets darker the further away from the light you go, even though we're standing right next to that torch. What that's telling you is that these areas are so low in light that a hostile mob could probably stand there. That's my theory. I don't know if it's accurate. There isn't too much that I can do with redstone in the way I play Minecraft, but I always mine that out just because you never know what's behind it. Sometimes there'll be other resources, or the vein will you chase the vein and then eventually you run into other ores. Like, running it against coal and iron. This is pretty dense, but like I said, this is spawning you on a single small world map. It looks like, I don't know. Given that scale and level of detail, I don't even think this is 500 blocks across. This might actually be even less than that. I should investigate. We could probably just do an internet search on it, but it's not the spirit of Minecraft for me. The spirit of Minecraft for me is to just get a question and then go find the answer on your own. It's kind of like researching. That's really what it's like about. It's really kind of fun. I don't know why I bothered putting blocks in there. A lot of people play very super efficiently when they play Minecraft also. I try to be. I know there was probably a far more efficient way of spending my first 3 nights here. But I am, for the most part, just kind of having fun. And I think that's really what the key is. Yes, it's all about winning, but, at the same time, I'm not going to chase that redstone. I probably walked away from some diamond behind there, but I don't care. It's not going to matter because the challenge was to go until I could make myself a full set of iron armor, and then and then make myself an iron tool. Typically, it's a bucket, because buckets are very useful early game, especially if you're farming. And also, unless you're relocating a lot, then farming is not something you do. Except for berries. Berries are really pretty darn quick. Alright, so now we're going to leave this spot. Make sure I have all 10 of my torches. We're going to leave this spot, but I want to take my ladders with me. So I am quite a distance down. Let's see. I don't think I'm higher than 70. I'm actually at 64, 67, so yeah, I'm pretty low. Alright, so now, let's see, will there be phantoms? I should put my volume up so I can actually hear. They do make a sound when they come in, so that'll be important. No. Alright, so here's my blast furnace. And we're going to go ahead and throw the rest of the iron in there, and just so I can be safe, because the phantoms won't get me if I'm 1 block below the opening, just in case. I don't see any phantoms. So it's bedrock and it says old world, but I'm spawned on a really, really, really small map, it looks like. That ticking noise almost sounds like something I hate to say it, but it sounds like there's a spawner nearby even. That's not gonna work. I've noticed that in Bedrock, if you're crouched, like in a sneak mode, that, there we go. What did I say I needed? I think I said I needed pants, of course. I always need pants. Alright, so now we got our pants. And then we can make our bucket. And I'm going to make a shears also because that's important, believe it or not, for the strategies, for the next couple strategies I'm going to be doing here. Alright, let's see. Is this the side that has my chest on it? Nope. Is this the side with my chest on it? Nope. How about over here? Nope. It's got to be over here. Oh, that's not even my chest. That's a horse, I guess. Huh. Cluck, cluck, cluck. Alright, so that's the regular furnace. This is the blast furnace. That's the door. So then, this should have been where the chest was, but it's not. Huh. Oh, there it is. Duh. So now I got my full iron set up. I can go ahead and build a little spot to, and it might say that I can't sleep here because there's monsters nearby too, so there is always that. We'll see what happens. And I'm sleeping in a bed. So within about an hour, Iron Challenge, Iron Mode is complete. I have a full set of iron armor. I have an iron tool. There are zombies in the tree. And what was that, a skeleton over there or a sheep? Oh, that's birch. Never mind. And we're good to go. So yeah, let's go ahead and grab what we can. And maybe I'll go ahead and say pass on the gathering of the torches things. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. I'll pass on the whole collecting the rest of my ladders. I can always make more ladders. I could also make more doors too. But this stuff here, this is a bit on the more high-end side of things. So I kind of want to make sure I have that. Yeah. Alright, let's grab all this. What don't we need? Well, we really don't need all that stone. I'll hold on to the mushrooms, the acacia. I don't really do anything with that. Actually, I'm gonna need to do some. Whoa, yay! All right, I have to get cracking here because it's gonna end up happening is that stuff's gonna start despawning. So I need to put things away here. Make sure I don't lose too much. Alright. So now to start to make the hard choices. Coal, charcoal, that kind of stuff. Not all that consequential. That for sure, that for sure, that for sure, that for sure, that for sure. Keep with the leather, pork chops, the torches, that would start ladders of start. Apples are kind of like, food is food, always keep the food. Tons of cobblestone. I don't need to worry about cobblestone. I'm gonna hold on to the mushroom simply because I don't really care about the acacia saplings. They're just, yeah, whatever. Shovels. Don't need to worry about the shovels. Let's see. Let me think here. Those are arrows, but I'd have to go ahead and mark up a. Oh, I don't need the redstone. That's for damn sure. I'm not using redstone for anything. I can always dig out more if necessary. I mean, redstone doesn't even work for me with potions. You know, I'm going to pass on the apples. They're not that efficient. I'm going to keep the potatoes though because you can trade those with a villager if you grow enough. I should probably go ahead and upgrade to an iron sword. So let's do that. Let's upgrade. Is this done? Okay. Oh wait, the redstone. I do need the redstone. Stupid. Alrighty. I thought maybe I threw it down on the ground, but apparently I didn't. I must have put it back in here. Derp. We are going to make ourselves a clock. That's what we should be making. So when we're underground, well, I guess a clock is not really all that important. So redstone will make me a clock, which will actually be helpful because if I am mining underground, without a sense of what time of day it is, might be problematic as far as whether or not I want to engage in any hostile mobs. I've found that hostile mobs seem to be just the tiniest bit stronger at night. So yeah, that is that thing. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at what we have here for iron. Excuse me. Alright, I have shears. Oh, let's make an igniter. Okay, we'll make an igniter. We'll make a clock. And we're going to throw some cobblestone away. And while it is risky, I think it would probably be better to, and that didn't help at all, did it? See, doesn't help at all. I still end up with 2 slots of coal, see? So it doesn't really make a difference. That's what I'm talking about, the efficiency thing. So we'll do an igniter for sure. Let's see, what else can we make that's going to be of use to us? Definitely want an iron sword. I burned through my iron pick pretty darn quick. But that's okay, because I don't think we're going to be getting too much diamond out of this world, and I'll find more iron before I find diamond. Let me think. You know what? Just because I'm going to go ahead, and I will go ahead and make that block. I don't need to worry about making a block of iron. That's way too low a stack. Let me see. What else? What can I make that I have here that's be worth it? That's not going to be worth it. Oh, I can make. Definitely going to need to make another chest. So we're going to leave. We're not going to take this one with us. I guess a double chest would be better, huh? I think 1 stack of cobblestone is enough. Definitely want to keep the food. Don't ever throw away your food. I know there's an apple in there. I feel terrible about it. I think I used all of the flint. And then there's a salmon. Okay, so we don't want the rest of that. I'm going to take the apple instead. I don't need to worry about a crafting station because I've got the wood right there. And I don't need to worry about anything else, but I do need to make some beds. So let's make some torches. Let's make it. Let's not make them out of coal. So we're gonna put that aside, and let's make the hand. We're gonna make torches by hand. There we go. That's the reason for another spot because we need to take our bed along. All right. Okay. Here we go. I don't need to worry about that. I don't want the igniter in my hand because I don't want to blow things up. But I do want the shears in my hand. And I do want the bucket. And we do want the axe. And I do want the food. Let's start with the chicken. There we go. Put that. And we want the torches. And I want... Actually, this is the food you should have on your bar. I'm trying to use the cursor, and it's like really failed. Alright, so now we're ready to roll out. I'm going to go ahead and... I'm going to go ahead and try not to kill myself. Okay, alright, stuck on stupid, apparently. Wow, I did a really bang-up job being silly here. So there's a spider. He's not going to be hostile because it's daytime. I'm going to go ahead and make for the middle of the map and see if I can find a village. And hopefully over the 3 days that I was awake, that's not going to be an issue. But based on what I have here on the map, I don't think there's going to be a village. And I don't have any inventory for that, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. Come on, get it up there. So, yeah, that's a really tiny map. Maybe... You know what? Maybe if I do... Let's reset my spawn point. Maybe if I do make a cartography table and I make a bigger map, maybe I get a bigger world. Maybe the world expands as I expand the map. What do you think? Think there's a possibility? All I know now is that it's gotten late, so I hope that I can crash out before any hostile mobs show up, because the thing is that I have to figure out what I'm going to do now because I have a full inventory. And I don't want to just toss stuff aside. You know what? I don't need the cobblestone. That's just... get rid of that. That's just silly. I just dump the cobblestone. Be happy. Alright, so making sure that I don't have myself near the explosion range. Grab the bed. Oh, okay. Now I got the bed. Let's go find out what's at the bottom of the map. It doesn't show any villages, because they would show up on a detailed map like this. Yeah, some fallen logs. Got some pumpkins with chickens, some sugarcane growing here. I can go ahead and make myself a pumpkin farm. This is kind of boring, honestly. I mean, it would be a great little challenge to see how much you can do on such a small map, but there's no village to trade with, there's no villagers, there's probably a zombie spawner somewhere around here that you could probably maybe farm a villager out of. If you put it on hard mode and you played all night long, you might be able to get a zombie villager that you can cure, but that's going to take resources. I mean, first and foremost, you're going to need to do what? Oh, that's right, go to the nether. And how are you going to get to the nether? You got to build yourself an obsidian portal. And you build yourself an obsidian portal by finding obsidian or creating obsidian and then finding it with what? Diamonds. And if you're on a tiny ass little map like this, which I think is basically only 8 chunks wide. What? Yeah, that's crazy. Man, there's like the chances of you finding diamond in here. I mean, it has a chance of spawning 1 to 4 blocks of diamond per chunk. But this is like literally, I think it's only about 10 chunks wide. Let me see. I'm measuring it right now. I'm guessing 0, 0 is the bottom right corner. Let's find out. Let's see. Ow. I'm trying to get. All right. So this is my edge. It's 140. Yeah, it's a little less than 10 chunks. Because a chunk is 16 blocks, and of course that'd be 160, and you can't hop when you're within, so it's even less than 10 chunks, because you can't interact with things. Why can't I get out of the water? Oh, I'll tell you why. Because you're on a spot of land that doesn't acknowledge your existence. Or you have lag. Can I mine any of this? Okay, I can mine it. That's good. Get the fuck and get out. So you can mine it, but you can't hop out of it. That's ridiculous. Alright, let's try something that doesn't have durability. Alright, here we go. Okay, so wow. So at 120, that's it. That's classic. Because that puts you within a chunk of the edge, and typically you can't get there. I think I already mined all this stuff. Why is all this empty? Yeah, I mined all this. This is my spawn point. Oh my god, was this really Minecraft back in the old days? Yeah, fail. I'm out of here. Let's see if I can migrate this into the infinite world. Main thing is that Iron Challenge was completed within within 3 to 4 days, and before an hour's time. Okay, so let's take this world and see if we can set it up differently. There's normal. No, it's stuck this way. Yeah, I'm not gonna keep this. Oh, we can make it infinite. Oh, we can make it infinite. Excellent. Okay, there we go. So you can't go from an old world map to infinite world map. This means that we will get we'll actually get things like villages and stuff, hopefully. But anyway, I'm kind of done with this for now. Thanks for watching, and hope you enjoy it. I'm going to close the app, which will cut the stream. Leave comments, leave suggestions. I am Artist Poet, all one word, spelled just like it sounds, Artist Poet, on PlayStation 4. You can go ahead and PM me, and well, we'll play a game. We'll see what happens.